4, 3, 2, 1.
Going live.
We are live via Facebook and the streaming world. We are the Podguyz Podcast, bringing it to you as we do every Monday, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. I am Tony Kaz.
Kevin Neary here. Sorry I'm on my phone right now. God damn it, Zoom. You keep updating past my actual technology.
Getting fixed soon. It is what it is.
It is.
I can hear you, though, which is good.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah. Of course, we have the ever-loving Picasso, the drawer of all the R's. R's. The doer of all the things O. And all the needless sensibility of all the sensibility, lay spark it.
And Sparky says hi for those that aren't familiar with what Sparky does here. We do have him draw what we're talking about. He has also popped up in very precarious situations around the globe from last Monday to this Monday. He doesn't work on anything else besides stalking celebrities.
That's true.
And going to
as of right now, Kevin, Sparky was in Coachella yesterday. So he has very Coachella-like pictures just for today.
Sparky, how many hits of acid did you do? Don't say, just draw it on the board. Draw the number on the board. How many hits of acid at Coachella? I feel like that's the new event to do LSD at. Am I right on that one or no?
What do they call that? Microsodium MSD.
I think he had to do that during
MDS?
Justin Bieber's set especially.
There's a nipple. It's a nipple.
Oh my God.
And that's what you saw at Sabrina Carpenter's set.
Wait a second.
True.
Did that happen during Sabrina Carpenter's set?
well, you know, a little slippage.
Let's
a little
check
slippage. It's all right.
All right. Google.
Guys, we do have a fourth.
Let's get it going.
We have a fourth square today. A fourth square. We are joined today by the Actor Circle, Scranton's own Marnie Azzarelli.
Hello. Thank you guys for having me on.
Hi. She said, you really need to stress the Z's in the name.
Yeah,
Azzarelli.
Azzarelli.
Yeah, the little R, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta grab some air as you're there. Who knows? Marty, tell viewers, watchers, what you happen to do in the city of Scranton.
Well, professionally, I work for Penn Foster Incorporated, do a lot of high school English grading and tutoring, or instructing and stuff like that. But the love of my life, my labor of love is doing community theater in Scranton, between Actors Circle and yeah! I love spending all of my time in the theater. Yeah. Right now I'm directing a show that my mother and I wrote it's an adaptation of The Fall of the House of Usher by Edgar Allan Poe. And tonight
Who's your mama?
What? Pardon?
You said you're writing with your mother. Who's your mama?
Oh, Margot Azzarelli. She's also a writer. She's written like 8 local history books, all varying from different parts of Taylor, labor unrest, doing different pictures of Scranton then and now. A lot of fun stuff. She's a cool lady.
Well, it's cool when you call your mom cool.
Well, she would say I'd say the exact opposite. Like, she's terrible, even though I drive her all over the place and I take care of her.
Aww.
Now deciding that's cool because he hangs out with his mom an uncomfortable amount.
Who, me?
Yeah, a lot.
Do not
relate.
You know, people are assuming they walk
every lie out of Kevin's mouth. Just compound into another lie.
All a little bit about incest, so that is segues right in there.
There is the play's about incest. What's going on?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, The Fall of the House of Usher story from Edgar Allan Poe. These characters the 2 main characters are crazy because they come from an incest family. Okay. So they're just all they're all messed up, and they get even more messed up throughout it. Marcy plays one of the incest pair.
See, that needs to be drawn out more incest. This is what Hollywood would do to it. They're like,
I saw what Scranton needed, and it was more stories about incest and ghosts. So I'm providing.
I see what Scranton.
Well, what are we, West Virginia?
You know what? I saw a bunch of R words in Scranton, and I'm going to say the word. I saw a bunch of R words in Scranton, okay? And I'm going to say the word. A bunch of fucking runners, okay?
All of them. All of them.
Ooh, and then somebody said, oh, they seem entitled. They're running and shutting down roads. No shit, they seem entitled. They are shutting
second R word
down
for today.
So that way they can prove how much they can run. Fuck you. Stop running. Get the fuck... Go to a track, you fucking scumbags. I don't care if it's a 5K. Run it around. I have to go around your stupid fucking city 8 times because you guys don't, because you need to prove to everybody that you know how to run. You're all fucked up. Jesus Christ. You're runners.
You know what the funny thing is, Kevin?
Runners. Goddamn runners, Tony. These fucking runners.
You know what the funny thing is, though? It's not even a full marathon, Kevin.
At the beginning of Lackawanna Ave, put down everything's the fuck shut down. Park at the fucking mall. Park at the fucking mall. You stupid fucking runners. That's all I have to say.
Now, before you go off your rant,
morning person, you
just
have to not be a morning person.
I gotta go there. I'm fucking right in the mix of it, and I'm like, I guess I'll just take a left. I guess I'll just take a right. I guess I'll just. I'm stuck. I'm stuck around. I gotta go all the way back around Davis Street just because people gotta prove they got fucking legs and lungs. Okay, and they want to talk about it too. Like, oh, did you just do my fucking time, dude? I saw one protester out there. Oh, I know what the fuck are you doing out here? The lady with a goddamn German Shepherd, of all things, a protester with a dog that was used by Nazis to hunt down Jews. Give me a fucking break. Go protest somewhere else. What the fuck's wrong with you? She's sitting there. I didn't want to look at her, but I had to look at the dog, and the dog was like, I fucking don't want to be here. No shit, you don't want to be there. Your natural instinct is to snip down and hunt down people and bark where they are. That's your whole thing. And then they use them now for drugs and shit. And she's standing there with a dog that wants to exercise, but she looks like she ain't fucking ever had that idea. Ever. She wants to be there just to fucking sit in the middle of a road that no one's going to be at to protest nothing. Nothing at all. Fucking runners, man. These runners really gotta, swim for a cause. There you go. There's an exercise that's probably going to be nicer on your knees than running all the time. Oh, my God.
Kevin, you want to hear something funny?
Yes, I do.
It was only a half marathon because Paige Cognetti spent the rest of the money on the...
Oh, Paige is another... Boy, she's a runner, all right, man. What a runner. You know what I mean, Tony? She's running for Congress.
Yeah.
When your example of what you're doing good is the city of Scranton, you know what? Fuck you. It's like your kid saying that he wants to get a raise in allowance and he covers all the garbage in his fucking room. He just covers it with blankets and shit and says, see, I cleaned up my room. Everything looks great now. And you're like, the fuck? Oh, if I take that blanket and there's a homeless guy underneath there, Paige Cognetti, you don't get my vote. And then they'd say, oh, so you're going to vote for Rob Bresnahan then? Oh, do you know what he did? He sold stock in Medicaid. Why the fuck are private companies in a government program anyways? That's a good fucking question.
Boom.
But that's not the obvious follow-up question. Oh, now that fucking commercial comes up every time, Tony, on fucking YouTube, where the lady's like, I need to go to the hospital 80 times. And I'm like, why is God trying to kill her so much? And then I'm like, oh, fuck. She's on my TV 9 times. If she just didn't go to the hospital, I wouldn't have to see this goddamn commercial right now. So right about now, I'm rooting for her disease because I've seen the commercial too much. Okay? Does that make me a terrible person? No, it doesn't. Because I didn't suggest to shut down the whole fucking city just so I could run a half marathon like an asshole. Okay? That would make me a terrible person, and every runner out there should know it. That's it.
You're good now? Good?
I'm good. Yeah. Fucking runners, man.
Fucking runners. You know what's kind of funny? I was down in Scranton a few days ago, and I was, of course, I was going to Arby's. And
Does it?
Go to Italy for Olive Garden. You know that?
You're keeping that
anyways,
open.
Well, What are we gonna do in Moscow? Tony's like, where's the McDonald's at? Oh, fuck, a Wendy's, and some asshole's gonna draw on the ground.
Marnie, I have an issue with Wendy's because they always throw my shit on the ground right in front of me, pick it up, and then hand it to me again. And I'm like,
is your face just in like every Wendy's in the tri-state area?
It's like fledged up on the wall next to the fucking square patty.
People at work at Wendy's runners all day. No, he's been like fucking runners, man.
There's a picture of me, and there's a picture of how to make a Dave's double.
Fresh hamburgers. I don't know if you've ever watched those instructional Wendy's videos, but they're the best things. Like, the employee instructional videos for Wendy's are top tier. It's just Dave, like, just telling you how great his hamburgers are.
Yeah, because
the entire time.
Yeah, but there's no way that they ever get a customer like that, because the customer from those videos look like this. They're always like, can I have a #1 combo? And if you ask me, I will, get the larger one. You have every customer coming in like this, where they're like, oh God, what does bacon look like? Can you guys show it to me? Can I please fucking see it? Can I see your? No, never mind. No, wait.
What's on this bacon cheeseburger? Is there bacon on this bacon cheeseburger?
I have a frosty keychain. Can I get unlimited ice creams? Can I give it to my friend? What the fuck? How would I know? Give them your Netflix password while you're at it. Let's just run down the system. Like, Tony, we were talking in the green room.
Can I finish my story?
Absolutely, Tony. I was on the edge of my seat, the Arby's thing. Go for it.
So there I was in the Arby's parking lot, right? And as Arby's is located, scenically located, by the way,
next to the Redners, yeah.
Yeah, next to Redners, which is also located next to the tent city of homeless people.
Yeah.
Guess what the parking lot was filled with? Of course, pre-race. And if you said the word cops, you were correct.
Yeah.
Paige Cognetti did pay the cops extra overtime to clear out Tent City before the race of the Steamtown Marathon.
Now you're homeless again. Like,
Yeah, welcome to being homeless. You now can't go anywhere. You're homeless, and you're getting kicked out of your homeless encampment.
Well, Tony, with all due respect,
yeah.
If the homeless cared about each other, they would all go in on tarp. Okay.
True.
Big
True.
Tarp, Anyway, you hang them over the trees. They're all there in the same communal thing, and you're in good. Instead of individual, that's where they're getting greedy, being homeless. They all have their individual.
That's what it is. Yeah, they don't know how to Dollar General their tarps.
This is how they became homeless. They got bad purchases, not getting enough people to live and pay rent and all that nice stuff. The
zip ties go a long way in the homeless community. We should offer zip ties to the homeless community.
They do. They put them around their wrists when they run out of cuffs and shit. They just they do. It's awful. It's an awful.
That's what it is. Let's see what Sparky has behind the board.
Sparky's got something going on.
Any advice about running for Congress, Joe? Yes, do not mention corn pop.
Corn pop!
No corn pop! Marnie, enough about stupid local politics. Your show, of course, is happening when?
It opens April 30th, and it runs April 30th, May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and then the next week, May 8th, 9th, and 10th. So we end on Mother's Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if people wanted to come out and see it, right?
Yeah. They could hit us up. We're all, Actor Circle is on Facebook, but we also have a updated website, actorcirclescranton.com, and you do /tickets. You can reserve your tickets there or get them through Eventbrite. We're updating ourselves. You can also call. The phone number is on the website. I do not know it offhand, but it is on the
Marnie's
website.
personal number, by the way.
Yeah, it is my personal number and my personal email. It's all on there.
So if you wanted to get in touch with either Marnie or her mom.
Yeah, my mom's number is...
Way to pimp out your mom.
Please get her out of the house.
What other stuff do you have going on besides that? I know there's always like, things in the works, things in the near future, things in the far future, things that you would like to do. If people were
Yeah.
going to try out for any of those particular roles, I know you need some time in between, especially with sketches and
Oh yeah.
scripts and all that other fun stuff that goes along with it. So.
Well, I know Actors Circle right now we're looking for directors and even one acts for our new season coming up. I'm trying to see. I know they just posted stuff about it. I'm trying to see if there's a deadline. Let me see. There's tickets.
How much are
Yeah,
the
Actors
tickets to
Circle is now
play? How much does
accepting
it take?
original one act plays for our summer festival. So we usually have a summer shorts festival
Mhm.
around August. So the deadline for this is May 10th. Again, all this information's on our Facebook at Actors Circle. These are original one act plays for our summer festival. They're 15 minutes or less, five or fewer actors, minimal set, tech, and costumes, black box friendly, and for a more general audience. So don't get too like spicy or take your pants off, stuff like that. I mean, you can take your pants off if you want to while writing it, but not in the actual show if you want to submit it.
Yeah, don't be whacking your wiener up against the pole. None of
Please.
that. None of that will be
We've
happening.
had enough of that. We're
Suppress
good
my
for right
heart.
now.
How dare you?
That was Kevin's first act before comedy.
My heart shall not be suppressed.
Well, so we're just mostly looking for, and we're also looking for directors. They're looking for the directors for the short original one act plays that we're going to be doing in August. Um, And also, yeah, oh yeah, submitted by May 10th on Actors Circle and actorscirclescranton.com. So that's what we're up to there. Trying to think of what else I'm doing. I work a lot with Ryan J. He's another local artist and writer. He does Battle of the Bards, if you've ever heard of that. It's a monthly kind of get together for writers and for actors to kind of break into who want to like do stuff in theater but are a little nervous. So like four different writers are given a prompt and we get 3 days to write a one act play basically. And then once we get together on that Sunday, we all read them out. Actors come out and perform and stuff like that. And it's just like quick little read throughs of different things. So it's good, like if you've never done theater before, you just want like a little role and kind of get your feet wet. And it's at the V Spot every month. The next one's coming up on May 17th.
Nice. We love the
I
V
just
spot, by the way.
Oh
Love
yeah, V Spot's the best. I love going on their open mic night,
it.
just seeing what Scranton has to offer in talent.
It's crazy. It's crazy the amount of like really, really cool like community that it has as far
Oh
as like
yeah.
people who just want to they thrive, they want and they thrive in a local community where they just want to do something, they want to be, they want to be heard, I
Absolutely.
guess is the big thing.
I can complain a lot about stuff in Scranton, but when it comes to the creative community, we do have a very rich creative community, which is it's nice to have, honestly.
Yeah, that's
Speaking of Rich, like even Rich Howells, of course for trying to get everything together as far as musically, in
Oh,
the city of
I
Scranton.
love watching him set up. But like he's just so zoned in when we're at Battle of the Bars. He's just setting up mics and stuff for at least 50 minutes before we start doing anything. He's so in the zone. He's taking pictures the whole time. Like he's so like
That's cool.
he's just a sweetheart to begin with, and he's just so into it and so excited about it.
I mean, he has never responded to us to get him onto the Podguyz podcast.
'Cause he's
So I
too
don't know how
freaking
sweet he can be
busy.
with that. Like
He's
we
too
That's
busy.
because
He
he's got
does
the
so
open mic on
much.
Mondays, he's
we
got the
are.
open mic on Wednesday, he's got the open mic on Friday, he's got the
Karaoke
open
at
mic
8
on
o'clock on a
Saturday.
Sunday.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold on.
yeah.
Stop making excuses for the man, all right? Because I did reach out and I said, anytime you're available, we will juke the stats of the schedule of the show just
Sure.
because we like you so much. And if I got a response of, hey, I'd love to, or hey, da, 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 whatever, I got no response. Zero
You're just gonna have to go
response.
to the V spot. You're gonna have to go
We're
there
on
and
call
torture him.
right now, pal.
Yeah.
I don't care what people say. You're a sweet guy and shit. That's messed up. You don't even want to fucking respond back with K.
You're such a
fucking letter.
pacifist.
You know?
Pacifist.
What are you, better than us or something? What do you think? Oh, I write poetry. I do the NEBA scene. I can't come on the Podguyz. Get fucked. You know, why don't you go run Scranton then? Run around with all the other runners.
In your half marathon.
Anyone else, just respond. You know, like I ain't a fucking scumbag. We're here to give people some promotional kind of stuff going on. I don't know, man. You know, we've hung out with Rich before. I think he was angry at our conclusion of judging music or whatever, which we were judging crowd reaction for the big break. And you know, the what was the name of we nicknamed the thing? It was the big breakup, Sparky called it, because every goddamn band ended up breaking up after that. But the Crates, in our opinion, really kicked ass that night. Big shout out to what is left of the Crates. They are now Delaware Ave or something like that. I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough thing to do local bands because by the time you know it, they're already broken up, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But Rich, you're still welcome to come on the Podguyz podcast after I'll check my mess. I'm going to screenshot my message I sent him, right? And it's about 3 years.
Blow it up. Blow it up for him.
Without any like response at all. You know what I mean? Like
hashtag it cancel Rich Howells 2026.
Cancel. You know, if I'm not
2024, 2025, 2026.
The value of me in your life requesting you to come on a podcast and talk about whatever, reaching new audiences is what we do all the time. We don't whatever, reaching new audiences is what we do all the time. We don't go. Oh boy. We got some.
We're gonna mute that one.
You're gonna mute the one? Okay.
Yeah. If you want to pop back onto the other one, you can, and then I'll boot the other one out.
Okay. Don't just mute the one, but we might have the other one working actually.
The other one is working.
No.
Online exclusive.
This one's definitely working.
You'll see in a hot minute. You know, I got a nice microphone here, all the good shit that's going on. And then this computer, I'm going to give it a lot of credit, okay? Because you give credit where credit's due. Like Marcy Reby, love her to death. She puts things together. When we ask her, hey, do you want to come on? She responds back with, I'd love to. She'd love to come on a second time. She's like, hey, I have a great person to suggest to you guys. You know, that's an open line of communication. And we can't say enough about the people that we love on this show because they communicate back to us, even if it is a yes or a no or a okay, cool, doesn't matter. You know, as long as there is a communication string there. Marcy's been amazing. She's always amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, the patience and, you know, Marcy's just one of my favorite people because I think that she knows when she writes something and she's like, and that was my first draft and then my second draft. And then, you know, never one draft in and says it's totally perfect. It doesn't need to be changed. She's the kind of person that just strikes me as wanting input from actors, from the people that are portraying the characters.
Absolutely.
Stuff. So it's just
I've been directed by her too, and that's definitely the experience.
Is that the experience? Yeah, you know, she comes off that way. She's my one buddy Bernie Kovacs introduced her to her husband, so instant connection right there. She is she's just, I don't know, man. She's just, I couldn't say enough.
She's good people. She's good people.
Absolutely.
And she's lovely to direct too. She's in Fall of the House of Usher as well. She's playing Madeline Usher, one half of the incest family.
Nice.
She's great to direct. She listens to everything I say and she gives out great suggestions and she's all excited for it. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I need.
She does not strike me as a runner. You know,
she did not have that runner mentality.
She's a great writer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely not a runner. You know, not.
Yeah, she's writing and not running.
the thing is working here. Hold on, let me.
We're getting behind the scenes too.
All right, so we're gonna get rid of that one. You just muted yourself. Jesus.
It's still going.
All right, so let's unmute. We're gonna unmute Kevin. There we go. See, this is the technical difficulties that we get into podcasting. And it's the real deal. It's the thing that you can't edit. Ooh.
Okay.
And I'm going to boot.
Now I can't hear a thing.
What do you mean you can't hear a thing? We didn't even say anything.
Oh, now he's frozen.
Oh, yeah, yes.
And here I thought I was going to have issues because I have Xfinity internet and it hates me.
Oh, I hate Xfinity. Now, if you were, I'm a big survivor and good foundationist for internet. I hate Xfinity when it comes to their internet because they rob the people of this community for far too long. Go to greenlight.com. Sign up for internet. It is going through the Scranton and Dixon City community right now.
Oh.
It is half as much as you would pay for internet, and it's the same download speed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good
and
to
it's
know.
locked in. Really, really great. Greenlight.com. It's what I use for the show. It's what I use for streaming. It's what I use for gaming.
Nice and smooth.
I like it.
Yeah.
Question for you, Marnie.
Yep.
Now I know that Marcy is doing something with the page to stage.
Yes.
What do you get involved in that as well, or?
I've done one before, and so has my mother. I read a lot of horror fiction, so I read one of my short horror stories at it. It's so much fun, and again, it's another experience where you're bringing in people who might not be big readers, or they don't know what they want to read or want to know more about local authors, and it's a great way to bring us kind of all together and just be like, here, this is what I'm working on, this is what I have worked on. If you want to buy some stuff, go right ahead.
That's
But
really
it's
cool.
a nice publicity, great way to bring about a lot of writers together too, because that's a great way to marketing. It's been kind of hell for writers, especially since X has been taken over. Favorite X has been taken over by Elon Musk, because that was such a hub for writers all over the country and
Really, Twitter?
internationally. Yeah, Twitter was a huge one. Twitter and Tumblr. I think Tumblr still is, because it's one of the only privately owned social medias, so it's not corporate owned at all at this point. It's just on its own.
Okay.
So I think that's still a bigger place for writers, but Twitter was a huge one. I used to try to do a lot of marketing stuff on Twitter, but now you're kind of going back to the old ways of marketing myself by getting out there. We went on First Friday to kind of get people to come in. I've been going to the open mic at the V Spot to try to get people to come to our show and stuff like that, just to try to get the word out there.
Oh, that's cool. Now, are you a musician yourself, or do you do just acting, writing?
Mostly acting and writing. I sing sometimes, but it's at karaoke. I'm great at karaoke. I don't know if I'd ever be above that. I did sing in one of Marcy's shows. She did Pockets a few years ago, and I was her lead in that. So I sang. She made me sing a cappella for that.
A little bit of sound coming to the ear.
Oh,
you're good.
I can hear you.
Oops. Okay. Anyways, my follow-up question would be, how do you feel like the local entertainment is, especially in Scranton, Pennsylvania? Now, I know that there's sparsity when it comes to, a lot of things that are not necessarily pushed, but a lot of nepotism that kind of goes into it. There's a lot of pocket sex that, get pushed before certain other things.
Yeah.
Groups of people tend to huddle more towards their favorite groups of people and then get, a favoritism of that sort. But have you noticed that ever in the actor community, especially in Scranton?
can definitely see that. I mean, I honestly I feel like there's more of a divide between even the Scranton section and the Wilkes-Barre section of theater. Like sometimes I feel like there's a bit more of a divide there, but even then we get people that come over that usually do more shows and little theater, stuff like that, coming to do shows up here and vice versa. I mean, especially with, I think, the upcoming show 1776, which that's a pairing between Actor Circle and Diva. We're doing it in partnership for the 250th anniversary of America.
Okay.
And we got more people from all over, really, like the Northeast region. And there is the Northeastern Pennsylvania Theatrical Alliance. So we do kind of have like this grouping of theaters that really like intermingle with one another. I know Marcy does a lot of stuff, does stuff with Little Theater a lot too.
Yeah,
And
crazy.
just
Yeah.
yeah, like I wish my car's a 2008. It's not making itself back and forth from Wilkes-Barre for one
Now,
of these days,
for
like
you,
that.
is there anyone in particular, and this is for your chance to be like, nice shout out for somebody in the acting community. Is there somebody here in in of course Scranton, Pennsylvania, that you would love to see go bigger, but always gets like kind of grabbed back a little bit?
Oh gosh. I mean, like I honestly not to I can't even single anyone out really because there's just so many strong actors in the area. Like we have in my show even we have Chris Ibach who's worked with Jason Miller before in different shows when he was doing Scranton Public Theater, and he's just a very natural, like you put him in any situation. My mom directed him for Woman in Black, and he had to play 6 different characters, and the only difference was maybe like a slight costume change and a different accent, but he would become a separate person
Oh,
each
wow.
time. And it's just phenomenal what he can do. And it's the same with, I don't know if you know Tommy Tomeo at all. He does a lot of work with Diva. He did stuff with Diva back in like the early 2000s, but when it was just early Diva theater. And he's another one, just very natural on stage. He's also in my show. I'm a little biased with the people in my show, but they're
yeah.
really good. Like even my female lead, I have Becky Costello, and she has an MFA in theater, and she still stays here. And I'm like, girl,
Wow.
go, leave. You just won an acting award in Maryland. Get out of here. You guys are so amazing. Don't stay here and do my silly little shows. But like we're incredibly blessed that there are just so many talented people who just want to do community stuff together. Like even though there is like a slight divide between Scranton and Wilkes-Barre, we're still a community. Like I could get on with someone online, or like even ask Marcy, like, can you ask this person to see if they have this, that, or the other thing for the show that I need? And we all just kind of have that, like, I don't even know the word I'm looking for, but that little communal working together. Which that's the point of community theater. It's in the word.
That's true.
Tony, I'm up 100% right now. Kick that other Kevin Neary the fuck out of there. I don't even know who that guy was. You know,
I
he's
don't know
probably,
who he is either.
you know,
Very pale.
It's an alter ego right there, Marnie. It's the guy.
Is he the only one that hates runners, or do you hate runners too?
Dude, the guy keeps talking about runners, and I think it's code for something too, because
he's a runner racist.
Nobody hates runners that much. He's a strange guy. Both of them, by the way, both of them are strange guys. The one doesn't have a picture, or fucking, the microphones are going all crazy. I'm blaming that on the only thing I had to do in the meantime of waiting for this thing to load up is the Instagram was like, oh, this girl couldn't hug her mother, and she was sentenced to life in prison in 1993 for like, I guess she lured some people into the woods and murdered 2 of them, and we're supposed to now feel bad that she can't hug her mom. Dude, if I'm her mom, I'm not gonna hug her and be like, yo, my daughter's a fucking psychopath. This bitch will kill me because holy shit, what did she do?
It's like, oh, you telling the mom of the Slender Man killing. It's like, yeah, your daughter's fine now. She only dreamt that there was this entire house filled with the ancient being made up by the internet that wanted to be her lover. It's fine.
It's perfectly fine. Gypsy Rose should still be in jail, to be honest with you, because, that sounds like, her voice sounds like somebody that fucking kills somebody, where she's just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, whoa, you're going to get the fuck away from me. She found the first guy that was hard up enough to do it for her. And then she found sympathy enough for people to be like, let her out of jail. And then she found another dude who was like, I'm fine with being with the psychopath girl that has a lot of issues because, I'm lonely.
She's found 3 guys because there's the one that killed her mom, the one that was with her, the one that murdered her mom, the one that was with her in jail, but then they broke up. But then she went with that other guy that she married, and then they had that reality TV show.
They did,
but then she divorced him because he was food hoarding, and now she's back with that first guy that she was with in jail.
So I like that her body count just keeps climbing. It's just.
Meanwhile, I can't get one guy to answer me back on Hinge.
You have to first
kill my mom.
You have to kill your mom. This is the only thing, and then you gotta then prove that your mom was a bad person the whole time, and then go to jail. Then oh wait, no, I'm sorry.
I just said she was Marnie, a great person.
You have to tell the guy to kill your mom. Right?
Yeah, and I can't do it. I would never.
Yeah. Why would
never
exactly,
your mom?
And then when you're like, oh, of course I told him to do it, but speaking anecdotally, I mean, I didn't really think he'd do it. What a jerk! Oh shucks, I'm out of jail now. Reality show, wrap it up that way. Like the sympathy swaying it's never in the right spot.
No, again, looking at Reddit, I spend far too much time on it. It's just such a great.
I'm sorry, it's a dark
place.
Yeah,
that's why I have a lot of cat videos. Like it's all interspersed. There's a lot of great cat videos and stuff, and then just like the worst thing you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, but if you like one cat with a Hitler mustache, your algorithm changes completely. And you're like, whoa, man.
There's a whole cat Hitler subreddit.
There is. There. Yes. It's and the comments are nothing you would want to repeat, without being horribly canceled by Sparky.
Sparky has his own Reddit category.
He does. Yeah. He's got his Sparky Speaks category. It says next week on Mama June, Gypsy Rose moves in. New mama, I'm home. New mama.
As you can tell, she's cartoon accurate.
Isn't she pregnant or had a child?
Oh, well.
Is having a child?
Wait, Gypsy Rose? Yeah.
Yeah. I thought she had a kid.
Yeah, but her kid, she's going to, she's just going to repeat the mistakes that her mother made.
I was going to say, if she says that kid has cancer, you take that baby right off of her.
You're like, I don't think so,
So, no, we're not sorry.
Yeah, you got me the first time.
You can't take the baby. Everybody that says that we need to get the child away from you. It's like, okay, well, what are you going to do with it?
What's the next step? Throw her in foster care?
First of all, Gypsy's in her name. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
She is like a snake oil salesman who's automatically going to be like,
well,
my child can cure cancer.
It is, yeah. Yeah, they're, thank God the mother didn't have a second child to name a slur because holy shit,
Guinea Rose.
Hey, yeah, Vinny, short for vinegar. And you're like, whoa,
wait, short for what?
I don't want to ask you what you call the kid for short. Oh, you sure?
Kevin, did you happen to see the quadruple amputee guy who was in the news?
Yeah, you know what? I've been saying this for years. Those are the people you got to watch out for, okay? In this whole entire life. They got nothing to lose. They got all limbs are on the line sort of thing. Isn't
his name Bob?
It is when he's swimming. But he's not. Yeah. But when he's out of the water, he goes by Robert, Yeah. No, they're a shifty kind there, Tony. Some people have
Those quadruple amputees, you got to watch out for them.
Yeah, that's the thing. Some people have now tried to go for the quadruple amputee surgery because that is how they are identifying themselves anymore. And, the doctors are more than happy to do whatever the fuck they want because they're getting money for it. Okay. Believe it or not, they are still getting money for it. And your third Porsche to your second wife ain't free. So these doctors are, saving lives in some situations, but just helping others ruin their own along the way. It's just with that quadruple amputee surgery that I'm seeing so much about because he wasn't born that way, Tony. Do you know that?
You're right.
No, I'm joking. He totally was.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't.
They're like, what's wrong with this baby? I don't know. I see hands and feet. Let's fuck it up. No one has ever said that. So I don't know how do you get like 4 of them gone? Like you got like, oh man, I've lost an arm. Well, I'll be more careful. Second one's gone.
Maybe Sparky can draw this, right?
Well, that's the thing.
A quadruple amputee in the back of a car, shooting his gun out the window, being lifted up in the air like this, like a baby, where he has to.
Right? Because it feels like Marnie, it feels like something out of like a death scene from a Marvel movie that this guy has all of his limbs gone, and then you're like, well, he'll never hurt anybody again then, but he's still kind of an evil character.
Here's the funny thing.
Protagonist.
Right?
Here's the funny thing. Never videotape yourself shooting your gun when you're a quadruple amputee. Because that's exactly what he did.
You can't do that. Like Oscar Pistorius is like, I can't walk without my stuff on here. Like, yeah, you can. We know. We've seen it. You killed a woman.
Why would you? First of all, if you're gonna shoot somebody, why would you videotape yourself not only loading a gun, holding a gun, and firing a gun in a separate video? And then as they accuse you of shooting your best friend, you're like, I can't even hold a gun. I can't even do all that.
Well, the Paralympics are looking for new things, okay? And the quadruple
That's fair.
The quad pair. I'm sorry, the quadruple amputee Olympics it's a new thing, all right? So they've got swimming, which they could still do that. Not so well, but it takes a little longer than it's less time than golf, more time than baseball. See what I mean? Like it's still an uncomfortable amount of time watching something happen. Kind of looks like drowning. So you're like,
it's horrible. It's horrible that it's in days and not seconds.
Yeah, they put the life vest on them and they spin around and shit, and then they try to traject themselves towards the end of the thing.
You're a horrible person, Kevin.
No,
Stop
I
it.
am not, because I don't bet on it. It is available for me to bet on, but I don't bet on it. I drew the line.
Go to Kalshi, by the way. Kalshi.
I will not. I will not be betting on the quadruple amputee swimathon this time. Okay, I drew the line, Tony.
Look, you drew the line at the half marathon this weekend.
Now the Paralympics.
That was the other Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not so anti-running. Where when the Boston Marathon happened, it's not like I was the one that went. I didn't do the slow clap for that shit, but I did almost get suspended from Facebook when I put down yet another reason why I don't run. Okay, Facebook was like, hold your fucking shit, dude. Whoa, people are getting offended by this. We're laughing, but people are getting offended. That's when Facebook was kind of all right. Do
you want to hear what his defense is?
I do.
He said that he was sick and tired of getting picked on from his friend, so he called it self-defense after he shot his friend.
Oh wow!
I'll put that one in my pocket.
Yeah.
Cut off all my arms and legs.
There you
Shoot
go.
my friend.
Yeah. Who had that on their fucking 2026 bingo card, right? Jesus Christ. He was tired of being picked on by his friends, so he shot. Well, I'm guessing his friend was like, hey man, you could use my gun if you could just grab it from my hand. Here, I'll even put it in your fucking whatever you call that thing. Come on, get well, whatever. And then maybe he did ruthlessly bully him to the point where how much practice do you need? You're quadruple, amputee. You have to be at some strange level of evil, pissed off sort of thing where you're like, I will learn how to get a gun. I'm sorry I said that like Bill Cosby, like they quadruple amputee learned how to get a gun in his hand. And you're like, whoa, Bill, did he rape women or anything? And he's like, ah. Sparky, flip it around for us there. We'll see what approved or not approved for Coachella artwork right there. You are under arrest. Put your hands up. You should have quit while you were ahead. And as you can
quality
see,
artwork, by the way, quality.
For those of you that are not seeing, he is just ahead because of the arms and legs that are missing there. The quadruple amputee, where the doctors are
That's
like,
longer than his body.
I think the doctors during the amputation, they were like, well, we can't screw this one up, because how would we, right? They're like, sir, the good news is we also circumcised you while we were down there. Just while we had the razor,
sure it's all equal.
While we had the razor sharp, we wanted to have you proportional.
Can't be a rhombus, gotta be a rectangle.
Razor was sharp, and by the way, we also gave you all your vaccines. So you were unvaccinated here, and if you're feeling the autism creep in on you, well, that's probably why. The nano part. The guy's like, I feel like I want to kill somebody, and I can't do a good quadriplegic amputee impression with the arms and stuff. I don't even want to try. I think it's a bad look. Maybe for Halloween, but not for a podcast. That goes live 10:15 Eastern Standard Time we did win an award, Marnie. We won a Steamtown award, a Steamer Town award, which is up in Boston, for the best live podcast going on Zoom with a live illustrated Sparky, person by the name of Drawer, artiste. It was a real narrow, we were the only ones in the category, but we have a frame with the award. We show our friends all the time. We walk around Scranton while the other ones run. We hold it around our necks, frame in necks, as you do when you're very humble about your awardedness. Frames were in pictures, names were on the frames, the whole thing right there. And everyone was like, whoa, what's that award? And we're like, we'd rather not talk about it, but if you want to read it, you can. So we won that award, and we're pretty happy about it, right? Right, Tony?
Well deserved.
Of course, yeah.
Congratulations.
I know, that's how I feel when the Times leader's like, hey, guess who the best DJ was? Like, I don't know, man. I bet you're gonna tell us though.
You're waiting to tell me.
I hold on to my Electric City Best Actress Award of 2019 with all my. I think it was Best Writer one year. Framed. It's somewhere.
Framed indeed.
Somewhere in the box in an attic.
Under a pile of bills. It's there.
Marty, what is your dream role to play? What role have you seen on TV, okay, where you said to yourself, and yourself, right? So you have to play casting director. Now, I know what jokes I could tell and write, and the audience is like, bam, that's cool, that's good, right? As a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
I've done acting before. I know what roles are okay. So you're the casting director in this hypothetical scenario, and you are also going to play the role as well that you have seen on TV, that people are familiar enough where you've seen it yourself, and you said, you know what? I appreciate what the actor's doing there, but I think I'd be better, or that you could give it a shot. What role has that ever come up in your head before, or no?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't say I'd be better than her, because in my mind, there's no one better than Kathy Bates, but I would love to play Annie Wilkes and just go to town on some crazy, just be crazy. I enjoy, I do a lot of character acting, and I like those, side weird characters, and I'd love to be how she could be so restrained and so unrestrained at different times, and I like those type of characters.
Yeah, I love that Kathy Bates movie. It's a home of our own, and for people that haven't watched it, this is her at her peak. This is basically, in my opinion, Hollywood, listen up. This is how you write a strong female lead. Unlike Disney, where for some odd reason, every strong female lead that they write for, I'll give the Little Mermaid example, where they're like, and then he falls in love with her because she can't talk. Isn't that amazing? A woman that just can't talk. And then, maybe she's got a little brain damage, hitting herself with a fork and shit. That movie is one of the best I have ever seen her in. After you watch A Home of Our Own with Kathy Bates as the lead, you will think that everything else she does is beneath her as far as her acting credits go. Wow. Have you ever seen it?
No, I have to look at. I love her.
Right after this podcast, you need to watch that movie. I'm not even joking. Oh, this is a life-changing movie right here. This is probably one of my top 10 movies to put down. And by the way, I love Kathy Bates in everything else, by the way. Everything else, because this movie is so amazing. Everything else I've ever seen Kathy Bates in, it's crap. Because this movie is so amazing. It's garbage. Her hanging out, keeping some guy captive, whatever. That means nothing. That's Stephen King. That means compared to this movie, it is an hour and 44 minutes long. It could have been 2 hours and 44 minutes long, and it would have the acting, the character. Oh. So the acting is spot on. You feel like these are real people because they're not all pretty. I always tell my wife, you could tell a good movie by how many ugly people are in it. Okay. And I mean ugly comparatively to plastic surgery Hollywood. You have a Lifetime movie. You get Lifetime movies where the homeless guy with a beard, he's got all of his teeth, but he's like
washed. Yeah.
He's got like a small beard and maybe like he's 230 pounds instead of washboard abs guy. And they're like, he once had a gambling problem. That's like the Michael Jordan homeless guy scenario where they're like, well, should we all give him a can of food for Christmas? Oh, sure. Just this one day, though. Then he could fuck off, sort of
just
scenario.
On Christmas. Yeah.
It's just, the rest of his life is going to be scrapping for nothing anyways.
Kevin, you know who also gives around Christmas?
Who gives around Christmas as well, Tony?
Sparky does.
Sparky's giving.
To keep you here to finish the book, I am going to break your legs. Oh, wait a minute. Is that a gun?
And that's the movie we all deserved right there. That is Misery 2, the sequel that we needed.
Part 2.
Misery Part 2.
And then you have
Misery
the guy that has
Bob.
no limbs. Then you have the quadriplegic wrapped in the bed too.
Yep.
See what happens. Yeah. He can't write the last book unless he dictates it.
He just burritos himself in the.
No, wait a second, Maureen. Are you saying that he dictates it, meaning he writes it with his dick? The only appendage that might work,
Unless he chops it off too, you don't know.
Throw some ink in that pee hole. We'll see what happens.
It's a ballpoint pen.
It's a
surprise.
It's a Pollock painting right about now. He's all over the place. He's got a UTI and a couple kidney stones. The man's art is amazing. Oh my God. That's
the tip bruise.
Dude, that's the art community for you. Everybody esteems everything as art, which is great. But right when a robot starts doing it, they're like, whoa, this is no longer art. This is because it's man-made. It is extremely contradictive that we won't let the robots play the art game. Don't you agree there, Marnie? You see, it is. Let the robots play.
The truth will come out.
The robots are just reincarnated artists anyways that now learned how to be perfect.
The AI usually takes from everything else anyways, so it technically is a amalgamation. It's not the best, though. I still feel like it's soulless.
So, yeah, I would say it is a interpretation of having a soul. It is taking from a lot of souls.
Yeah,
it is a collaboration of so much, and then it pops it out into a random way. The fun fact out there is that there are no two pieces of AI art that are the same. So that is what kind of keeps it in its own lane. It is soulless because like you say, hey, support my friend and all that nice stuff, and that's great too. You want to support local artists. The Bob Rosses out there that are doing it from scratch and creating a whole world. The imagination of, hey, maybe we all live in a painting. when that was the old theory sort of scenario. And then we're like, well, maybe we all live in a simulation. Maybe this is all just one big hoax. The flat earthers have not been proven right quite yet. Literally every other conspiracy theory is popping out there, no problem. I guess on April Fool's Day we went to the moon again, something like that this past time around. Like,
I don't know why we picked April Fool's Day. That was
of all days, you can't do that. You can't just
adding more fuel to the fire.
It's a really big fuel. Like the next day, the day before, like why would this thing happen? So Marnie,
we don't need the Hollow Earth people to give it anything else at this point.
I mean,
more fuel to the prophetic fire.
I just don't rule anything out anymore. If somebody is like, so there's two sides to the there used to only be two sides of the coin. There used to be the scientifics and then the religiousness, right? So the religiousness said, God, he poofed this and puffed that, and that's what happened. And it was about 10,000 years ago. So everybody's like, oh, wow, blindly cool. And then scientists have come in and said, no, it didn't happen like that. And they're like, whoa, what do you got? 900 trillion years. Okay. Because it sounds like you guys are rounding up a little weird too. How do you know 900 trillion years? Gases and shit. You wouldn't understand it. Anyways, they needed somebody that looked so smart. He crippled himself. Stephen Hawking, enter. They pushed him in there. And,
and then he went to Epstein's Island.
They said, oh my God.
On the handicapped accessible plane, by the way.
He's so freakishly smart. Handicap accessible. Say what you will about Mr. Epstein.
His accessibility was really good.
His accessibility, fucking top notch.
He gets a fucking Oscar for DEI when it comes to group rape and eating babies. They didn't leave out They didn't leave out any race of baby either. They collectively put all the dead babies in there. Your choice, They mashed them up. They put them in the fucking juicer, the Jack LaLanne
words
juicer.
for melting pot, yeah.
Yeah, the melting pot indeed. You took a shot of the baby. You went ahead and
and that's why Trump is still friggin' alive, even though most of his veins are filled with McDonald's grease.
So let's go over the one part where I have to throw it out there too, since we're all in on the emails and everybody's fully exposed to them. Joe Biden's been wearing a mask this whole time. He was murdered in 2019, and I think I know when the switch happened, right? I think I know when the switch happened. So it's probably
like Scooby-Doo all over again.
Listen, man, the corn pop speech was enough to shoot somebody with, right? Where he's just like, and I love it when kids are rubbing on my legs and they're like, we're going to have to fucking kill this guy and replace him with a mask dude. Okay. And we are ready to pull that card right about now. And, they're just like, he just can't stop smelling children. That's okay. We got an idea where everyone has to wear a mask, even him. And, it'll be fine. He won't smell any more children. By the way, Maureen, these were the two choices we were left with. Dude smelling random kids, or the other dude where he's like trying to, on a one-upsmanship, okay? It has to be done. So a one-upsmanship.
Feeding the children.
I'll give you this, okay? So a bunch of fathers, millionaires, multimillionaires, one claiming to be a billionaire. Okay, you tell me which is which, okay? And exactly. So they're all in the room, and they all have daughters, and the one says, my daughter is so beautiful. My God, I love her, and I think that she's so very beautiful. And he shows them all pictures, and they're like, oh, yes, very nice, very nice. This is kind of like the card scene from the American Psycho, showing the picture and all that nice stuff. And then the other father says, that's nothing. My daughter has won pageants and has been in commercials, and everyone agrees she's so very beautiful. Shows the pictures, and oh my God, that's amazing, right? And another father says, that's nothing really. My daughter has done that. Plus, she has been given a full scholarship to Harvard. And that's like, and then they're like, well, obviously there's nothing that can beat this. And Donald Trump says something like, if I weren't my daughter's father, she'd be someone I'd hook up with. And they're like, what? I know. Mic drop. I win. You all wouldn't do your own daughters if you weren't hypothetically their father. And they're like, I don't think that's a win. That's a win. That's a win.
Name of the game.
It is a one-upsmanship that has
Yeah.
all. And by the way, this is what I'll use that same formula in every debate I've ever seen since I've ever been alive. Okay, and this is what it looks like. First game number 1. Never present a plan, present money. Okay, we're going to give more money to education. Well, how much more money? Probably $200 million extra dollars, right? And then the next person on stage, they say, well, what about you? Well, my opponent obviously doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, because $200 million, that's not even good for a day. We need to give $40 billion to education. And everybody's like, that is a larger number. That is a much larger number. He must care more. Then the third person on stage says, hold on now. We're wasting all this money on education when we should just be giving ourselves more money and educate our own children. And everybody's like, whoa, I didn't even know that was an option. Holy shit. Maybe we're all teachers now. Is that cool? And then the fourth person says, oh, these fucking idiots. Education needs reform so we can save money and also spend more money on it at the same time. And they're like, that fourth guy knows what the fuck he's talking about there. That fourth guy. Present us that, show us that plan. He's like, I won't show you nothing until you vote for me. Every formula has been used of one-upsmanship throughout the dawn of time. Obama versus Hillary in those debates. Hillary wants to talk about being poor. Obama was just like, you think you're poor. I'm black. I mean, sure, I'm like the lightest shade of black anybody's ever seen in their goddamn life, but this is official. This thing gets darker in the sun. You burn up, Hillary, and you let your husband cop some blowjobs, and you fucking, like, that's a thing. If Hillary were to have said something along the lines of, yes, Bill's not perfect, far from it, but for the sake of our sentimentalness towards each other, I wanted to keep our marriage together. Something like that. Or here's how you win. Bernie Sanders and I have differences of opinions, but that voice is the same voice I want in the White House with me. And you pick Bernie as number 2 instead. She picked lame Tim Kaine, who blows into a fucking harmonica.
What about him?
You know what? You know what Tim Kaine has in common with Joe Biden? They both had sons that go to war and die. And that's a formula right there, because Barack Obama used it. So she said, I guess I could use it. By the way, Kamala Harris, a woman of color, they said, well, she's got the color of Obama and she's got the gender of Hillary. Let's blend it the fuck together. And who do we get for her vice president? Let's get a less Jewish looking Bernie Sanders, Tim Walz. Let's put him the fuck in there and market it that way, because why not? The Green Party had the Timu version of it, and the Libertarian Party just throws whoever the fuck they could get on the goddamn ballot. They ran back the old idea of Donald Trump, and they're like, hey, let's get somebody that kind of looks like his kid that can't grow a beard, J.D. Vance, throw him the fuck in there, because they all get the 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock shadow thing in that situation. And all
those patchy beards, gross.
All Donald Trump had to say in a debate against Joe Biden, which, by the way, if you had any kind of complaint about the country and there was a concierge and you said, hey, I got to complain about this country, where do I go? And the concierge says, 4th door on the left. You'll all your answers have to be in there. And you go in there and you come back and you say, listen, I know you said 4th door on the left. I think I got it wrong, though, because it's just 2 old guys talking about their golf game. And the concierge says, no, you got the right room. Sorry, scenario. The only thing Donald Trump had to do in that debate with Kamala Harris is remind everyone of the crazy old fuck that we're like hating to love.
Yeah.
When he's talking about they're eating their dogs, they're eating their cats, I'm like, okay, all right, believe it or not, this does not
jerky. Yeah.
This does not look like a win, right? Everyone in their right mind is saying, you see, he's out of his mind. But everyone that's voting for it is like, holy shit, I never heard about people eating dogs and cats. And it brought up the conversation of Chinese food. Okay, because we have something here in Plains Township. We have a cat sanctuary up the road. We have a river down the road as well. The rats come up, the cats from the cat sanctuary. If you're familiar with a cat sanctuary, like a commune, the cats go into the place, they go out. ex-Marine runs the place. So the cats end up
Sick.
going ahead. They eat the rats because, why not? It's pest
Ecosystem.
control. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have a Chinese restaurant right there, too.
Very
it's
circular. Very
fucking
circular.
circle of life right there. Takes care of itself. So for one side of the aisle to say, no immigrant has ever eaten a cat or a dog, I'm like, have you ever traveled? Holy shit, you can't address that with that. You
See,
can't
and
just say
Wilkes-Barre rats kind of look like capybaras.
you can't just say it doesn't happen. It just,
They have like a whole tray of Old Forge pizza with them at all given
Come
time,
on.
not
Yeah.
just one slice.
It's
Against-
all Maroni's. It's all Maroni's pizza.
when you're running against someone who lies at the level of a Donald Trump, you can also not slap a sticker on Joe Biden and say he's good to go. I know him because I'm there with him every day. You have to pivot immediately and say, listen, everybody, I was lying. I'm wrong for lying, but I was lying. The guy's out of his fucking mind. He probably shouldn't be president. He probably should resign right now. I should be president immediately after this goddamn conversation. And holy shit, I think he's wearing a mask because the goddamn thing keeps coming off scenario. If you're in that scenario, that's the only way to win it. If not, don't pick Tim Waltz. Tim Waltz.
I'm telling you, I'm waiting for the good old Scooby-Doo dog just to go, ruh-roh, Reggie!
Tim Waltz is the oh shucks, I didn't know that was illegal scenario because he tried having Amy Klobuchar killed, allegedly, with text messages. And you didn't hear that? Holy shit. Yeah, he tried having. So Amy Klobuchar did not. Amy Klobuchar, the woman who kind of sounds like a worse version of Fran Drescher, the fucking nanny. Now you can't unhear it, right?
Yeah.
My grandfather had a coffee cup of fucking money. Fuck you. Now you got a goddamn private plane. What are you telling everybody? Because they know what a coffee cup is? You're alienating the Keurig people, Amy Klobuchar. How dare you? How dare you?
There's dozens of us.
There's practically hundreds in Minnesota, hundreds of thousands everywhere else.
Yeah.
But no, there's
There's tens of people. Tens.
There was an assassin that broke into her personal home, and the state police got there because he tripped an alarm that wasn't. So the alarm company that she had overlapped in between, right? This message was sent directly to a sub phone of Tim Waltz's secretary, who had never activated the phone. Not a joke, not a lie. This is a real thing of Tim Waltz, where you're like, that man could never kill anybody. But there's the face that he shows like oh shucks, I pet a dog one day. I didn't jerk it off. And you're like, what the fuck was he? What are you even talking about? And then there's like the next Tim Waltz where he's like, I'm going to fucking kill her. She did not endorse Tim Waltz, right? I guess they butt heads a bunch of times. So the allegations are he tried having her killed. This was about 2 months before she wanted the welfare system to have an audit of Minnesota specifically, right? Through Minneapolis and St. Paul area, right? Amy Klobuchar had that idea. Now, whether she meant it or not is a whole other level. But being that she even said it, they were like, whoa, what? You're not endorsing him right off the rip, and now you're trying to get into our fucking scam money, into our laundering money, back to our donors or whatever the hell. Because Tim Waltz, he was able to raise up a suspicious amount of billion fucking dollars for that campaign real fucking quick. Kamala Harris, in her infinite wisdom of choosing who to pick, she was like, okay, guys, I'm doing this the old-fashioned way. Whoever gets the most money on the table gets to be vice president. Shapiro was like, hey, I'm just here, and I brought about 600 million from these data centers. I could bring that satchel. Maybe we fucking do this. And then
I
she's
got
like,
Ryan Leckie with me too, guys.
yeah,
Come
I got
on.
Ryan Leckie's a good guy, right? Then the dude from North Carolina, Cooper, said, oh, that's what this is about? I'm fucking out, dude. I wasn't even about this to begin with.
Can we talk about the Ryan Leckie thing really quick?
What happened with Ryan Leckie?
That's some funny shit.
What happened with Ryan Leckie?
So Ryan Leckie got pulled into the whole Wildcat data rich scam. Not to say scam. I don't want to call it a scam.
You should.
Not a scam.
No? Okay.
Scam. So the Wild Ridge data centers, Wildbridge data centers. Of course, in Lackawanna County, they had talked about making a better political outreach for themselves. So they hired Ryan Leckie to do their promotions for the data centers.
And then some lady like exposed all of this on Facebook and it's been kind of just going around.
Wait. So Ryan Leckie, a very likable guy. When working for WNEP 16, right? Yeah, very likable.
Sure.
I'm well aware he's a runner. Okay.
Yes. He doesn't even run half marathons. He runs full marathons.
See, and this is what we got out of these runners, Tony.
Yeah.
He's full marathon runner. Full disclosure. Okay. He has gotten more tan throughout the years. More tan. Tighter in the face too. Very energetic. Suspiciously energetic. A lot of energy going on. Our data centers, Tony, are they fueling his energy?
So they paid.
Yeah, maybe he's powering them. Yeah.
Is Ryan Leckie? Is Ryan Leckie just a data center? Is that what a data center is?
He might be. Yeah, he might be.
I did a couple Leckie lives with him back in the day, and he is too awake at 5 a.m.
Oh,
just
yeah.
too awake.
He does get most of his energy through the Electric City. Okay, so throwing it out there.
That's true.
Electric City and Office reruns just constantly
Office
going.
reruns.
Yeah.
Just so is he?
I think it scoops a pre-workout.
I feel like
he
if
definitely
Ryan
dry takes those. There's no way.
I feel like
He's gotta be one of those people.
I feel like if Ryan Leckie was a Pokemon card, we are at the end of the evolution where now it's going to start looking real cartoonish real soon. Like we're like level 1, you're like, hey, that's a young go-getter right there. Level 2, you're like, all right, now he's got a little bit of star power.
Yeah.
Level 3, you're like,
Halucha, what the hell happened?
We're at level 4 where he's got some kind of fucking Dragon Ball Z flames coming out. And you're like, whoa, buddy, what the fuck's going on there? You got the soul of Phoenix behind you,
So
now he has to get steroid shots at like Scranton Orthopedic because he does the promotion for that too. If you're sitting there at the orthopedic center, you'll just see Ryan Leckie's face.
God almighty.
The funny thing happened. I guess they had the city council meetings of the Wildbridge data centers. And they asked, hey, what are you going to do with the $23 million that you happen to get from these data centers for the community?
Oh, he got 23 million.
The community is.
Oh, the community's getting 23 million.
Yeah.
Yo. So they're, once again, politicians are just selling off.
Trickling it out. Yeah.
They're selling off whatever
they're fucking glittering it up.
Take all this and the extra cancer, my friends.
This is
woo.
and that's been like very fair point. Very fair point because they built the hospitals for the cancers first, okay? And they're like, "Hey, why aren't there anybody in your hospitals?" They're like, "Hold on, we're getting there. We're getting there."
That might explain. That might actually explain why the Geisinger Cancer Center is now in Dixon City.
Mm-hmm.
That could explain a lot.
That explain they built, at least they did it in the right order. They didn't build the cancer causer first, and then they're like, where are we going to put all
the
these
acid
people?
mine drainage.
Correct.
That was
perfect.
Our tainted soil.
Again, we are not being political. We're just, connecting some dots here. Just a couple dots. You're being political if you're saying, "Oh my God, how dare you? How dare you say all these things of allegations towards data centers? All data centers are trying to do are create jobs and revenue and blah blah blah." Those people are all a bunch of fucking bots, big time.
And they said that about the factories too, and those are still going strong.
Which factories?
Just any of the ones. Like we still have at least the munitions factory in Scranton, but this whole city used to be filled with like McKinney. There was so many different factories, and now they're just abandoned buildings.
There used to be the rope factories until people started to, just overdose on drugs. And instead of hanging themselves so much, they're like, we can't make enough ropes for these fucking depressed people,
Excuse me, sir, do you have a noose? No, we're all out of rope.
I love how that made Sparky kind of hold his head there. You know,
They just went right into belt factories after that.
Kids really love playing the game Hangman. They're gonna want to play.
Kids, yeah.
For the
David Carradining themselves to death.
Yeah, you know that
the
last
Gen X kids, yeah.
That last episode of Kung Fu was just David Carradine hanging himself, masturbating in a closet. You know, just and you're like, I don't know if this is much of it. Wait, no, it was just a newspaper. That's how he actually died. I'm sorry, it was not the last episode. That was Kill Bill 3. You know, where they're like, all right, Dave, come out of the thing. Oh shit, he's really doing it. No, don't do. Fuck.
Let's wrap this show up, Kevin. We're out of time.
Chuck Norris took his soul like I'm stronger now. You know, the Highlander.
It lasted another 30 years or 20 years. So yeah,
he did. Yeah.
It worked for him.
Yeah, Stallone now has Chuck Norris's soul because that's what you did with because his soul was expendable. You know. Yeah. Sly's got them all now. You know,
we'll let that on a bad joke.
That's why he lined them all up. He's just like, all right, just sign right there. It's like, what's this soul clause right there? I don't know, Bruce Willis. Do you want to act in this? He's like, fine, all right. What's gonna happen? And now Bruce Willis is all like sort of drained out right now.
Yeah.
He can't talk at all. He's all Little Mermaid right now. You know.
Marnie,
he'll find his prince.
Marnie, this show was supposed to be about you.
Sorry.
And we went wildly awry.
This is about her. She has an opinion besides just being a wonderful actress and a great person all around. She has a personality like you would not expect immediately, but she got her, you know, this is always about the guest, and the guest kicks in on the subjects of the show. And we love when the guests talk with us instead of just sitting there waiting for the question.
I happen to agree.
Join in, kick ass, show your personality.
I'm an interrupter.
There you
go. I
get
my mouth right in there, yeah.
Get right in there. Get your mouth. Well, I'm going to rephrase that immediately in my head. You know, that's...
Sick.
What do you want from me? It's almost midnight.
Always got to be gross. Anyways.
You're talking about a quadruple amputee bobbing around in a goddamn swimming pool, Tony. You're calling me gross because there might be a blowjob joke in there. I'm sorry, sir. I will stand my ground. I feel like I have to do that on Reddit all the time. Like, I'm standing my ground on that joke. You're all terrible. You know.
True.
Yes. Doing
Marnie, if people were going to get in touch with you, how would they do it?
You can find me. I think I still own my website. It's marnieazzarelli.net, but I'm also on Facebook as Marnie D, or my author section is Marnie Azzarelli. You can find me on there. Again, you can go on both Facebook and websites for theaters like Actor Circle Scranton.com is Actor Circle's website. Diva Theater has their own Facebook page as well. I'm not sure if they have a website up yet, but Marcy will tell you. But that's where I'm usually at doing theater stuff. Battle of the Bards is another one. They have their own Facebook as well on social media. I don't remember what my Instagram tag is. I think it's Marnie as herself right now.
Who goes
that
to
might
Instagram
be it.
Anyways?
Yeah.
I do. I will follow you on Instagram.
Thank you.
Only Kevin.
That's why
Only
I just
Kevin.
changed it. I changed it to look official, so I have like an official name right now.
I get like news that I already knew about, like sort of thing from Instagram, where they're like, "Hey, there's this show where that Sydney Sweeney's in, acting like a slut," and I'm like, "Okay." I mean, I figured that was her range or whatever. That's
New Day, yeah.
You know, yeah. And they're like, "Hey, guess what?
Britney Spears was on... act like a child. That's so appropriate."
Stop
right
it!
now.
It's in her jeans.
Her baby
Good
jeans.
Good jeans.
Good jeans.
Yeah, great jeans.
I always say the world goes crazy when a blonde woman does something, you know?
That's true.
It happens down Florida. That one
I had
went
big
missing.
boobs all my life, and it hasn't helped me at all.
You should have dyed the hair blonde.
So you just haven't used them right.
Yeah,
blonde. You see the wrong color. The struggles of color blindness, Marie.
Exactly. Yeah.
True. Marnie, thank you very much for coming on the show, of course.
Thank you for having me on. This has been fun.
We are the Podguyz Podcast. Bringing it to you every Monday as we do, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. Sparky, we'll say where we are.
Yeah.
Where are we, Sparky?
You can find us on every single major streaming platform, including iHeart, Spotify, Spreaker, Deezer, Castbox, Pocket Cast, GeoReel, YouTube, Google, Amazon, and every other major streaming service is at.
Wherever you stream us is wherever you stream us. Check us out. Spotify pays us more money. I mean, whatever. We picked up quite a few listeners recently, believe it or not, in Russia.
Russia.
That seems legit.
Yeah. It was Russia, Australia, and oh god, what was the third? There was a third country that picked up quite a few watchers, listeners, viewers.
Sri
Something
Lanka.
happened.
Might
have been somewhere.
Those Sri Lankans are always like, yeah, but you got a warranty. They're like, oh man, these guys are listening.
In your best Russian accent, they were like, "We love the Podguyz Podcast."
More Sparky cartoons. The whole show should be Sparky cartoons.
They love
Sparky
Sparky
does
in
the
Russia.
Marxist and communist cartoons.
Yeah, you insult a Russian, you just say, sir, you're sounding awfully Ukrainian today. How dare you?
Ah!
How would you like it if I called you a runner?
They bombed us first.
I mean, America probably bombed both of them. They're like, hey guys, do what you will.
And have at it.
By the way, we got some weapons for sale. They're all at a higher markup than before. Much higher markup. Like, we want to speak to the president. Here he is. He just shit himself. Oh, well. Is there anybody else to speak to? Nope, just this guy.
He's the only Secret Service person. He only has one Secret Service person to carry his diaper for him.
And he's Jesus now, so he doesn't need any of that.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Is your president wearing a mask over his mask? Oh, shit. Joe, get over here. Let me fucking plaster that thing on the side there. God damn it.
Anyways, tune in every Monday, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. We'll catch you next week. We have some great guests lined up. We'll catch you soon. Bye.